Hello, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Hello, my fellow fire signs. This is your reading for the month of September. So, can you believe it? It is already September. We're moving in the northern hemisphere, at least out of the heat of the summer into the crispness of the fall season. So, I have my notes always. I want to make sure I get to these. So, a couple of highlights. So September 7th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse. Now, if you are in the United States, you're not going to see the eclipse. Probably not. If you're in Europe and Asia, you will have a very good view. So wherever you're at watching in this world, yeah, it'll be more visible in Europe and Asia, but even in the United States or even in another country that it's not, or continent it's not visible, you'll still feel the energy, right? So eclipses come in to put things straight. They eclipse things into our lives that we need. They might just kind of ship something onto you, or they eclipse things out. They take us out of situations that we've outgrown or that we've been, not wanting to separate from. Which is a good thing, right? It's a good thing, but we tend to get a little resistant. So, especially our fire signs. So, when these eclipses come in, it's taking away, dissolving our old beliefs, taking away emotional baggage, and it's creating space for the new things to come in. There's a big rising of spirituality, or looking at our spiritual beliefs and how they are fitting into your lifestyle and what is working and what is not. So don't be surprised if you get, if some of that starts to change for you. You may go from being more in the spiritual element to going in towards a more structured religion. Or you may go the opposite way. You may go from being in a structured religion into a more free-flowing spiritual belief system. So a lot of things are happening. We just had the new moon in Virgo. Virgo will have another new moon, a black moon, on September 21st. That will be another reading. A lot happening energetically. So just a couple things to remember, fire signs. We are hot, we are passionate, we are impetuous. We're a little short-sighted sometimes. We are creative. So I have some notes here. So Aries. Around the 4th, try to avoid arguments. Like something might get you really fired up. So if something starts to irritate you, maybe step away from the situation or the person, right? Let's not get into any heated arguments where we could say something that we could regret. But the 21st, though, for Aries there could be some new job prospects coming up for you. So if this argument or this disagreement comes around work, there's a new opportunity coming your way around the 21st, which is the new moon, the second new moon in Virgo, the black moon. Okay, Leo. So this month looks really good for financial gains and for opportunities, and there's big opportunities coming around the 24th, just after the new moon. And this is what my research is showing me. I'm getting the feeling this is around career, because there's financial gains coming in, and these financial gains may catapult your career later in the month. So Leo, watch out for that. Sagittarius, so on the 7th, on the full moon lunar eclipse, focus on taking care of your loved ones, whoever they are, family, kids, relatives, right? And around the 18th, just about 11 days later, there may be some party invitations coming your way, because we know our Saggies like to get out there and have a good time. So I'm going to get rid of the screen here, come back to you, and we'll go right into Aries. So hello, Aries. We will pull cards from the messenger deck. I'm using a different tarot deck today. I am using the Sun and Moon Tarot. I only ever use this deck for myself. And I did a reading yesterday for someone, and she's a friend of mine, and I used the deck for her. So I said, all right, let's use the deck for September. And then we'll close off each sign with the gods, goddesses, and guardians card. So Aries, hello, happy September. Happy Virgo season, everyone. So we go, Earth is the sign, the element directly after fire. So with that heated passion and energy going, then all of a sudden we feel like there is a stall, right? Like we kind of slow down very quickly. But that's a good thing, right? So let's see what the angelic messenger cards hold for our Aries friends for the month of September. We'll just cut the deck. We'll pull your card. So Aries, this is for you. Change. Wow, look at that. Look at that beautiful flower. I don't know what that is. If anyone knows, you can let me know. Number 35. Do I have my book? I do. I should have my book. And I'm just going to read the meaning of the number 35. Now, this could be someone who's 35 years old, someone born on the 3rd or the 5th or the 8th if you add 3 and 5 together. So just in case that number might mean something to you. So 35, change. A positive change is coming about for you with the assistance and protection of the Ascended Masters. So when the Ascended Masters get involved, let me see if I can pull that deck out. When they get involved, it tends to be something big. And since the Ascended Masters are coming in for Aries, we will find out what Ascended Master you are working with. And sometimes you just have to kind of go with the flow of the cards, right? So this is the Ascended Masters deck. It's a beautiful deck, so I'm just going to, all the other cards have been prepared. So I just knock on the deck 3 times just to kind of clear out some of the energy, and we'll see. Look at these cards are falling all over the place. We'll see what Ascended Master is guiding our Aries friends through these positive changes. Now, positive changes may be coming in as blessings in disguise, so keep that in mind. We always get excited about, oh yes, it's positive changes, but you have to shed something or let go of something to move forward, right? So let's see what Ascended Master is guiding our Aries friends. Focus upon your strengths, Apollo. So just look at that. If you've never worked with Apollo, I would suggest doing so. He is like a parallel energy to Archangel Michael. The strength, the warrior, the standing up for what is right and good in the world. So it says focus on your strengths. So this change may be involved with, leaning more into your strengths or finding strengths that you haven't been paying attention to or that you didn't know were available to you. So maybe a layer is starting to peel off to reveal something for you, Aries. So let's see what the tarot holds for our Aries friends as you are going with Apollo and change. Focus on your strength. What does the tarot hold for Aries friends for the month of September? And we'll see what comes out. So 2 cards face down. We'll see what else comes out. Wheel of Fortune. So this is a fire card, right? This is aligned with Sagittarius. So Wheel of Fortune. So there's 2 cards face down. A major arcana decided to come out face up. Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. Right? There's a shift and a change. And you got the card of change. Wheel of Fortune is card number 10. So this is a big life change. It is not a small change. If it was a 5 of swords, wands, cups, or pentacles, that would be like something to your everyday life. But when the major arcana comes out, then that tends to be like a big life lesson. So let's see what else wants to come out for you. Okay. We'll leave it here. We'll see what the cards say if we need to pull any more. Seven of Swords. It's very interesting. So you have the High Priestess, Two of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Seven of Swords. So, okay, two major arcana cards. So the High Priestess, right? I just love the illustrations in these cards. They're simple and they're elegant. So the High Priestess, again, focusing on your strength, leaning into Apollo, and I made the connection of Apollo is the parallel to Archangel Michael, so fighting for righteousness and truth. The High Priestess, this, you know who you are. You know your connection and your belief system, and it's asking you to lean into that because that belief system is opening up new doors of opportunity for you, Aries. There's a new spark of passion. So whatever it is you're doing, you're going into the next couple, not just the next layer of the thing that you're doing that you want to do. You're going a couple layers in. It's like the thing behind the thing, if that makes any sense. I mentioned in the other video that there are two truths. There is the truth of this earthly plane. You know, someone does something against you and they hurt your feelings. They did this thing. Then there's the truth behind that truth, which is the spiritual truth, which is why that person did the thing, what happened in their life that caused them a wound to do harm upon you, whether it was physical, mental, emotional harm or pain. And then what is that teaching you about yourself? What do you need to learn about their action toward you? There's a truth behind the truth. So there's a growth behind what you're doing. You're opening up to an abundance of opportunities that is all connected to your belief system. The Wheel of Fortune is you're moving forward in a very quick fashion. Although there's not, the Eight of Wands is not here. That would be another card of quick motion, and so would be the Chariot. There's an inspiration coming, and it's not going to take long. Like Two of Wands, right? That's fire. Definitely, look at that. A little fire back there, and this person is just walking right into the fire. And it's like, same for same. I'm just going to go walking right into it. Right? And it says up here they have like little keywords like domain. Taking domain of your life, and there's like a little fire energy happening on the Apollo card. So for some of you, if you've been holding back, or for lack of a better term, like playing small, you're going to start stepping into your life. You're going to step into your higher self. You're going to start allowing the wheel to turn in your favor. You're allowing the forward momentum. Where the Seven of Swords, you may be coming, because the root of the deck indicates like where everything is stemming from. This is how I read it. It's not how everyone else reads it. The Seven of Swords can indicate fear. Can indicate a lot. Generally, it means something being taken away from you. So, or fear of being, like, in a case like this, fear of being rejected for this. So maybe there's a reason, a fear behind you not stepping up to yourself, but there's a lot of energy, Aries. You're not going to have a whole lot of choice to move forward. And just look how she's just like holding up these pillars. She's just looking all gorgeous and beautiful. She's underneath the crescent moon. The stars are shining. And these pillars are just there in all their glory, right? And all the balance too, right? Because it's black and white, so there is balance. So you're coming into balance, harmony, change, leaning into your strength. And look, I mean, she's leaning against these pillars. It could also indicate that they are leaning against her and she is supporting them, although I think that they are supporting her. Right. So you're starting to take charge or dominance or domain over your decisions, and you're allowing things to move forward, moving forward away from fear or disappointment into yourself. Lovely, Aries, lovely. Let's pull and see what God, Goddess, or Guardian is carrying you through this phase. Lovely reading. I say that all the time, but it is so true. Okay, this card popped right out. And it is Leah, stand your ground. Yeah. So when we go through change, when we go through transformation, right? Focusing on your strength, and your strength may be standing your ground because you're going into an evolved version of yourself. So your 5-year-old self, then all of a sudden you look up and you're like 12 years old, right? You're an evolved version of yourself. So when we start to change and evolve, and we know this, not everyone is happy for us, right? There are some people that try to hold us back out of either jealousy, right, or fear of, making sure you're okay, or fear that they are being left behind, that they're not part of your life anymore, or that they're not understanding your journey. So when this change starts to happen, stand your ground. Call on whatever it is that you call on. I would call on Apollo. If you don't want to call on one of the gods, you can call on Archangel Michael. He is the parallel. They're just like Kuan Yin and Mother Mary are parallels. It's the same thing here. But good job, Aries. You are moving forward with change. So I would be curious under the full moon, what that eclipse is into your life, or what that eclipse is out. Aries, that is your reading. Thank you for watching, and we will go on to Hello, Leo. How are my lovely Leo friends out there? Let's see what angelic message is holding for Leo for the month of September. Just moving out of Leo season into Virgo. So yeah, we still have that passionate Leo energy happening. So what does this hold for Leo? Cooperation. Look at that. Fiery orange. So that could be like sacral chakra work as well. So number 39. And again, that could be somebody born on the 3rd, the 9th, the 12th. If those numbers mean anything to you. And let's see what 39 means in angel numbers. You are being helped by ascended masters who are strongly encouraging you to work on your life purpose right now. $39. Okay, another one with ascended masters. So obviously we will pull an ascended masters card for Leo. So it's cooperation. Very interesting. I just talked to a friend of mine the other day, and something very similar, who's a Leo, and something very similar came up for her. There's too many cards popped up. So let's see what Ascended Master is helping our Leo friends as they move into the realm of cooperation. Who are they cooperating with? Who's cooperating with them? What is this? Here we go. As soon as we say that, priorities, King Solomon. I mean, really. Priorities. Okay, what are your priorities, Leo? All right, now, this talked about your life purpose, right? This is what this said, right? Encourage you to work on your life purpose, like it says right now, like now. Right now. Work on your life purpose, like right now. So, your priority, Leo, I guess, is working on your life purpose. This is great. This is lovely. And I just love I just love the royal. So just look at like these colors in here, the gold, the illumination, the royal purple. So just kind of lean into those colors if you happen to notice those colors, Leo. Very powerful colors. So let's see what the tarot holds for our Leo friends, if as they, are cooperating with, maybe you're cooperating with the universe, working on your priorities for your, for your purpose. What does the tarot hold for our Leo friends? I love this. I love this big burst of growth. And, your part of your thing for September is that, there's financial changes coming your way. 6 of Cups, Ace of Swords. It's funny, this 6 of Cups came up for my friend the other day. And now it's coming out again. 6 of Wands. Oh my goodness, Leo. And you have 7 of Swords on the bottom again. So let's look at this. You have 6 of Cups, Ace of Swords, 6 of Wands. So your priorities lie in family. And look, just to bring it to your attention, there is a full moon here on this card. So, and these are little lotus flowers. So full moon. So Leo, just pay attention to what's happening around the full moon, because there's a full moon. No, that's a lunar eclipse. There's a full moon on this card. Lotus flowers. Now we know, like, the lotus flower grows out of, or maybe we don't know. Lotus flower grows out of the mud. It's like it's a journey to kind of pull. It's harder to pull through mud than it is dirt, right? Because mud has water to weigh it down. So that analogy alone, Leo, might feel like, especially since you have the 6 of Wands, like you've been working a long time towards something and you're finally rising to the surface. A lot of this has to do with family, or your family priorities, or your life's purpose is involving your family. If you have the Ace of Swords, you're getting very, very clear. Or maybe you're coming out of the muddy water, and from that, you're rearranging your priorities and you're gaining a lot of clarity. Just look at that illumination on this card. It's just beautiful. Once that clarity comes, 6 of Wands, you have victory. You are unstoppable. And again, wands are associated with the element of fire. So just look at all that blazing fire. And she's just like out there having her little fire dance, having a really good time. You're moving away, Leo. Okay, this is coming in pretty strong, and I just kind of have to say what's coming up. You're moving away from the people who didn't believe in you, or from some structure that didn't believe in you, if that's making any sense, or who tried to hold you back, or who did not want you to prosper and move forward. Similar to Aries, a little stronger. Leo, you're going through a lot. You're coming out of the mud. And as you come out of the mud, you have your little blossoms here, your little lotus flowers. And, the lotus is associated with yoga, with the chakra system. So, and I keep saying I have to do a video on that, or a couple of videos. That's going to be a quite lengthy thing. This is about family, stability. I think you're moving towards the people who are supporting you and away from the people who are trying to take advantage of you, or who were trying to take advantage of you, or trying to keep you from leaning into your power. This is your power, Leo. Like arms up, arms extended, beams of light. Like the North Star is just your guiding compass right now. It's just illuminating over you. You have full cooperation of those around you who love you. And again, once you start coming through the darkness or the stickiness or the slowness, clarity. Clarity brings victory. I love it, Leo. Let's see what God, Goddess, or Guardian, oh, that's not working, is guiding our Leo friends as they move into victory on your life purpose. So, and during this full moon lunar eclipse, there just may be a revelation about the next phase of your purpose in this life. So just see what comes up. And that full moon may also eclipse out this. Whoever, I think this is a who or that is holding you back. I think this full moon is going to eclipse that out for you and then kind of pave the way for you. So let's see what Goddess, or Guardian is guiding our beautiful Leo friends. Kadesh, sexual wisdom. Okay, you have two cards, so we'll pull them both. Kadesh, sexual wisdom. I just love it. And you have Kali Ma, spiritual transformation. And she's got like the sickle or the scythe in her hand. Okay, Leo. I'm going to go a little deeper into this because I don't know Kadesh. So, I don't know. They both kind of align with this Six of Wands here, like the little fire dancer. Kadesh is embrace intimacy, celebrate sexuality. This card signifies a time of sexual healing and new experiences of intimacy. Kadesh can activate your intuitive wisdom about sex as a sacred, nourishing force. So that could also be part of your spiritual path, right? Because we know sexuality, especially in women, is frowned upon and it is diminished. So that could be part of it. The easiest way to access your sexual, spiritual knowledge is to tune into your body, be still, and become aware of your breath. So there could be, some blocks or some trauma coming up that may need healing. Your invocation is, my sexuality is natural. I am worthy of ecstatic pleasures. You go, Leo. You go. You will have that. And let's see what Kali Ma says. A cycle of intense rebirth. This is your awakening. Holy cow. And all three of these cards, even all four of them, right? They look very similar in element, right? There's a torch here. She's got fire torches in here. She's got a fire burning here. King Solomon, right, has the light above his head. Just saying, pointing out these things. And you are a fire sign. Very fiery colors in this card here. When everything turns upside down, the rug is swept from under you, and the shock of the unexpected reverberates through your entire being. It's likely that Kali Ma is at work. Nothing feels certain right now, and you may feel vulnerable, raw, and confronted with your deepest fears. These are not easy feelings to manage, and you might want to run away from the surge of emotion or exert hard control over the rapidly shifting circumstances. Trust the divine plan as you're entering a phase of phenomenal transformation. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Kali leads you to an empty, stripped back space, bringing you face to face with your naked truth. Naked truth there, and you got your sexuality happening here. You may see who you really are. You will stretch beyond all your perceived limits, haul you outside of your comfort zone, and shake you awake with sacred revelations. Even though life may feel unraveled right now, Kali always has your back. Your invocation, out of chaos comes divine order. My spirit roars with truth. This is very fiery. This is very Leo. very fiery, heated energy. Leo, you have a big transformation. You know, Aries got change. So now you're going through this big spiritual transformation, this awareness. You're leaning more layers or a more depth of your life purpose are being revealed to you. And you're changing your priorities to match that vibration. So Leo, that is your reading. Hope that is helpful. I'm always here to serve. If you need any assistance, take this reading a little further. Let me put everything back in the decks. And we'll go to hello, Sagittarius. How are my Saggy friends out there? The last of the fire signs. A little brawny, a little brassy, a little hot-headed, and very creative, right? What do the angelic messenger cards hold for our Sagittarius for the month of September? Saggy, you have divine guidance. And if you see, there's no number on this card. Like, there's no number. Like, there's no number on the card. It's like, okay. Divine guidance. Okay, Sagittarius. Well, we'll pull an Ascended Master because you have divine guidance. Where are we going? Let's see what what Ascended Master is guiding our Saggy friends. What divine guidance? Who is helping them as they navigate this divine guidance? And there's a whole book on these cards. I'm just not going to read the book today because the book is like, each card has like 3 or 4 pages. So, okay. Isis, balance, career, and home life. Okay, divine guidance, balance, career, and home life. The Egyptian goddess, look at that. Look like how regal and royal she looks. Let's see what the tarot holds for our Sagittarius friends. I should get a cover on this table. I know these cards make a lot of noise. What does the tarot hold for our Saggy friends for this month of September? Balance, career and home life, divine guidance. Where is Sagittarius being guided to? What divine guidance is coming forward for them? Okay, Sagittarius, your cards do not want to come out today. It's kind of like, figure it out. My favorite card in this deck. Gosh. Ace of Cups on the bottom. We have the Star, the Hermit, Seven of Cups. The Ace of Cups is on the root of the deck. So Ace of Cups is about the dreams. I mean, new beginnings. Coming back home to your heart, leaning back into your intuition. That could be what this divine guidance is. It's guiding you back home to you. Because everything that we need is within us, right? Star. So when this star comes, this is Aquarius energy. When the star comes up, and just again, I just look at that. Look at this. I don't know. I just love these cards. That's why I've been hoarding them for myself. But I think it's time to kind of share them out. There's hope after a rough patch. The star comes after the Tower. This is the card of hope after everything has fallen apart. Now, we just read for Leo, right, under Kalima, that if it feels like everything is being ripped apart, it's okay. This card, the Star card, comes in like there's hope, there's rebuilding. Everything has to fall apart. This is why I do like all the elements, like all the fire signs together, all the earth signs together, because they do go in some chronological order or some energetic order. So there's hope, right? There is a rebuilding. There is faith. And the guidance that you're given. You're returning back to yourself, Sagittarius. You're coming back home to your intuition, and you're leaning into it because the word reverence is coming up, with a greater reverence or more respect for your natural talents and abilities, and for the universe as a whole. This is a lot of big stuff coming up, Sagittarius. My favorite card in this deck, why? The Hermit. But look, the symbol, right? As soon as I saw this card the first time, I was like, I knew this is my deck. You know, I carry the on my wrist. You know, I'm a yoga teacher, and as soon as I saw this symbol, I knew this is where I was meant to be, to teach yoga. Divine guidance. Again, the card on the root of the deck was Ace of Cups, coming back home to you. The Hermit, reflecting internally, going back into that space where all the answers lie, and allowing your dreams to start to manifest. Now, the Seven of Cups can be dreams and illusion, but this is for some of you, there may be a partnership, a divine counter partnership coming. So those of you who have been working a lot on your career, this says balance career and home life. There may be a drawing home to you. Like, yeah, you need to spend more time rebalancing your energy, spending more time at home, caring for yourself maybe, taking care of your personal life or your intimate life. Sagittarius, there's again this the word reverence keeps coming up. Whatever that means for my Sagittarius friends out there. There's a spiritual understanding, I think, that is starting to make its way to your awareness, Sagittarius, that's deeper than what you already know and experience. You've been reflecting for a while. Okay. You're coming back home. You're coming back home to you, and the elements in your home life are starting to change. For some of you, there is a new relationship coming about. This is a relationship that is just right. It is just right for you, Sagittarius. Whatever that is. There's no fear. This is full commitment. This is, I don't even know how to say it. Let me pull your, I'm getting tongue-tied. Let me pull your God, Goddess, and Guardian card. This is almost like a divine counterpart, Sagittarius. This is something that's been waiting for you to be ready for it. So, maybe spruce up your home. You know, make it a little more comfortable, especially if you are not, or even if you are married or in a committed relationship or on the single side. You know, give a little more attention to the place that you spend your time. Like the place you come to, your physical house, which is home, which is what we call home. I mean, home has a lot of different meanings spiritually, but you come home, you want that to be a place of refuge. You want that to be the place that you can seek and find yourself in. So let's see what God, Goddess, or Guardian is carrying our Sagittarius friends through this time. This is great. I love these readings. High Priest of Atlantis. chakra healing. So funny, Sagittarius, these are all coming into the yoga experience. So this might be just a little message to me to do some chakra videos. If anyone out there wants them, let me know. I need to do that though. Sagittarius, chakra healings, align with your energies. And it's funny, I have a book on, it's a meditation book. And I have a whole bunch of books I was going to donate. And they're just kind of sitting on the floor right now. And I went outside yesterday morning to have my coffee. I have started my day with a protein shake and my coffee. And I decided to go outside yesterday morning and drink them. And then something said, go get this meditation book that you want to give away. And in this, it's talked about everything. And I had read this book before, like many, many years ago. It talked about everything that I'm working on now. So I'm keeping the book. But part of it, the chapter I read this morning is about the chakra system. So maybe that's a personal message for me, but that's also for all Sagittarians and all of our fire signs, for the whole collective. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is your reading for September. If you would like a deeper dive, feel free to reach out to me. My email should be in the description. I'll be happy to get you on the books, and let's get some clarity as we move in towards the last half of 2025. Until next time, everyone, I always send you light and love.